Stillbirth and neonatal death is such a taboo subject. It does happen and it is rubbish, but there still are babies.
And if our women and families go home with a positive experience after something so devastating for them and their families, then we've done a good job.
This week, we're reflecting on the important topic of baby loss as we hear from Bereavement Support Midwife Julie Key. Julie's celebrating her 60th birthday by taking part in a skydive to raise money for the Stillbirth and Neonatal Death Society, which has helped many of the families Julie has worked with during her career. We'll also hear from Amy Ramsay, one of the parents Julie has helped, who tells us her family's story.
I'm Julie Key, I'm one of the bereavement midwives at Bradford Maternity Hospital. I've done this job for 18 years, supporting families and women of Bradford when they lose their babies. The bereavement job entails looking after women who've had a pregnancy loss. It can be very stressful at times. It's sad news for parents. They come to the maternity unit, sometimes for a scan or in labour, only to find out that baby's passed away.
I lost my son at 36 weeks in 2011, so that's when I met Julie and she became a part of my life. I'd not felt my baby move, and I found out that there was no heartbeat and that he'd gone. We got sent to a different room and then Julie came in and sort of explained he'd passed away and I'd need to give birth to him basically in the next few days. Even though Julie had explained, I didn't understand how I could give birth and him not be alive.
We support them by talking to them, helping with the practicalities of it. They're not used to dealing with a funeral for a baby, and often none of the families know that either. We make memories and give them some ideas of what they can do. We make a memory box. We do hand and footprints, photos. We can do clay hand and footprints as well, and just make a memory box that they can add to. Part of my bereavement role, we look after women in the next pregnancy, which is classed as their rainbow baby.
I found out with my daughter that I was pregnant very early on, so I got in touch with Julie and said, help, basically. What do I do? I'm scared. I didn't think that I was going to obviously have a live birth.
We run a clinic, the TLC, the Tender Loving Care Clinic, every fortnight for women to come for extra support in this difficult pregnancy, because they know from the previous pregnancy there's not always a good outcome.
2018 I found out I was pregnant with my son. That was a hard pregnancy. She understands how scared and how anxious and all them things that we are, but also understands that we have them little glimmers of hope that we're going to be okay and that the baby's going to be okay. They were both positive pregnancies. I've got a little boy and a little girl.
If our women and families go home with a positive experience after something so devastating for them and their families, then we've done a good job. This year it happened to be my 60th birthday and I wanted to do something different but wasn't sure what. An advert came up for volunteers to do skydive for SANS, which is the Stillbirth and Neonatal Death Society. They provide some of our training. We also have a local SANS group that have a meeting every month in Shipley where parents can attend. We had sun shining, it was beautiful blue sky. And they strap you up while you sat on the plane. Whenever we're ready to jump out, he said, if you panic, just think of something or deep breathe. And I said, Okay, that's fine. That's what we tell women when they're having babies. And then the door opens. The free fall at 120 miles an hour seemed to last forever. After that, it was plain sailing. I enjoyed it. And then the landing was brilliant.
She totally smashed it. It's amazing. And she's done well raising money.
My target was £470, but eventually we come out with just short of £2,000, thanks to all the sponsors, workmates, friends, family.
Stillbirth and neonatal death is such a taboo subject. It does happen and it is rubbish, but there still are babies. I am a mother of 3 and I say that to people now. I've got a good bond and friendship with Julie. She's been a very big part of my pregnancies.
Over the years, I've met lots of family who have had rainbow baby or babies, and a lot of them are still friends now. We've become part of their family. They spend so much time with us through the baby loss and following that and in the years to come.